Welcome. Welcome away. Welcome. Hi. Welcome, welcome. Okay, Christy. Hi. Welcome. Thank you. The problems including the primary function. Management. Assessment. Management. Hi, Shivam. Welcome. Management ensure optimal. Renowned father of scientific management and review. The Hawthorne studies are conducted by and the places is management theory. Maxwell were introduced to the concept of human relation. I'm from Delhi. Corporate social responsibility is a company obligation to Delhi focus solely on corporate social. And you? Okay, good. Companies government to reduce its interpersonal space. Decision making is primary. Okay, 41. Reaching the fully the characteristic of an tangible. The primary function of management include planning, organizing, staffing, and controlling. Management is essential at all levels. Store management helps in adapting to changing environment. Father of scientific management, Frederick Taylor, Henricant Outweir, Tom studied held in my hemisphere is administrative theory. review. Max Weber, directory, memorization, corporate responsible, strategically and interpersonal skill are crucial for middle management, decision making, leadership job. Planning. Organizational. What is the first step in planning process? Identifying best. Monitoring performance, setting objectives, evaluating alternatives. Setting objective. Which of the following is a limitation of short range planning? Require more research, involves high level decision, lack of flexibility. Because it's essential for a sound plan. Feasibility, high cost. In management way, MB objectives should be scope of planning includes scope of planning, setting policy, setting policy and procedure. Long-range planning is essential for which is a major benefit of flexibility. Which is major benefit of flexibility. Then I said strategy improves flexibility and top decision making, only avoiding employee involvement. Sound plan should be for a plan to effective. For a plan to effectively first. And if you will say this technique is used for decision making. This is an example of strategic plan. What type of planning addressing unpredictability? What characters is essential for feasibility? Flexible and dynamic, specific, managing play prevents the connected to strategic objective. Some plans should be realistic and achievable. For a plan to be effective, incorporate stakeholder hierarchical decision, corporate mission and vision, or stage of planning and contingency planning.
Hello learners, welcome to the Organizational Behavior class. I am Urvashi Thapa from the School of Management and Commerce, Center for Distance and Online Education, Manipal University, Jaipur, and I will be your course coordinator for this subject. Today, we are going to start the very first unit of this course with the definition of management. Have you tried organizing something like a family dinner, a group project, or even a road trip? How did it go? It's like that you had to organize. Whether you realize it or not, you were practicing management. But there were a few hiccups along the way, right? By the end of this session, you will be able to understand the definition of management from some of the best minds in the field. You'll be able to explain what management really means. Let me start by saying management is not just about business. It's a skill we use in everyday life. Let's take a simple example, a cup of coffee. Behind that coffee are farmers growing beans, factories processing them, logistic teams delivering them, and baristas brewing them. How does it all come together so seamlessly? The answer is management. Someone planned, organized, directed, and controlled every step to ensure you got that. Today, we are going to start the very first unit of this course with the definition of management. Have you tried organizing something like a family dinner, a group project, or even a road trip? How did it go? It's likely that you had to organize. Whether you realize it or not, you were practicing management. But there were a few hiccups along the way, right? By the end of this session, you will be able to understand the definition of management from some of the best minds in the field. You'll be able to explain what management really means. Let me start by saying management is not just about business. It's a skill we use in everyday life. Let's take a simple example, a cup of coffee. Behind that coffee are farmers growing beans. Factories processing them, logistic teams delivering them, and baristas brewing them. How does it all come together so seamlessly? The answer is management. Someone planned, organized, directed. And control every step to ensure you got that perfect cup of coffee. But what exactly is management? Learners, management is the process of planning, organizing, leading, and controlling resources to achieve specific objectives efficiently and effectively. Let's see how some of the greatest minds in management have defined it. F.W. Taylor said that management is the art of knowing exactly what you want your men to do and then seeing them that they do it in the best and cheapest way. Now here, Taylor put importance on two keywords. Number one, clear goals. Means manager should know exactly what they want workers to achieve, and then efficient execution. Means manager should ensure that the work is done in the best way, means most effective way, and the cheapest way, means least wasteful of time and resources. Now, by clear goals means managers should know exactly what they want workers to achieve, and by efficient execution hereby implies that managers should ensure that the work is done in the best way, most effective way, and the cheapest way, means least wasteful of time and resources. Henry Fayol took it a step further and said management is about forecasting, planning, organizing, commanding, and controlling. He expanded the idea of management by breaking it into 5 key functions. Number 1, forecasting, which is the for predicting future strengths or challenges. Then planning is to set goals and decide how to achieve them. Then organizing, it is about arranging resources, people, materials, money to carry out the plan. Then commanding, which is leading and motivating employees to perform their skills. And controlling is about monitoring people to ensure the plan is being followed and adjusted if necessary. Peter Drucker kept it simple with his famous definition, doing things right and doing the right things, emphasizing both efficiency. And effectiveness. Peter Drucker's definition simplifies management into 2 key aspects. Doing things right, which leads to efficiency. This means performing tasks in the best possible way with the minimal resources and waste. Then doing the right things, which leads to effectiveness. This means focusing on the most important goals or priorities that lead to success. So, if I ask you, what do all these definitions have in common? One word, that is coordination. Management is about getting people to work together, using resources wisely, and getting things done in the right way. So, in this session, we have learned that management is about doing the right things the right way. It's not just about overseeing people, it's about coordinating efforts, optimizing resources, and creating value in everything you do. Thank you and happy learning. the organizational behavior. Hello learners, welcome to the organizational behavior class. I am Thapa from the School of Management and Commerce, Center for Distance and Online in a hospital saving lives, a tech company creating the next big app, or a team building a dream car. What's the secret behind their success? It is management. It's a skill that turns plans into actions and chaos into results. But what is it really important or about, or why is it so important? Let's find out. By the end of the session, you'll know what makes management unique and how management works in real life. Management is not just a buzzword we hear in corporate meetings. It's a process, a goal-oriented activity, and so much more. It's an essential part of organizing and achieving success. But what really makes management unique and effective? Learners, first, let's start with management as a process. Think of it like cooking a dish. Just as cooking requires a series of steps like preparing ingredients, mixing them, and cooking them at the right temperature, management too involves a series of steps: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling to achieve organization goals. So we can say that management involves a series of interrelated functions forming the continuous cycle to achieve objectives. And management is goal-oriented activity. Now, why do we go through such process? It's because management is goal-oriented. That's why the next point is that management includes goal-oriented activities. Learners, remember, every action, every decision, and every plan is aimed at achieving specific objectives, whether it's increasing profits, improving efficiency, or expanding a business's reach. And management helps in all that. Now, here's the interesting part. Management is not static. It's dynamic and adaptive. As we know that business environment is always changing and managers must consistently adapt new challenges, trends, and opportunities, the ability to change and evolve is what keeps a business ahead in a competitive world. And management operates within an ever-changing environment, requiring managers to adapt their approaches based on internal and external factors. The very simple example is of the time of global pandemic. Learners, during a global pandemic, managers adapted remote working and adjusting marketing strategies to suit the new environment. And learners, you know what's the best part? That management has universal application. Whether you are in a non-profit organization, a tech startup, or even managing a household, the principles of management apply everywhere. It's a skill set that transcends industries and helps achieving goals regardless of the field. Management principles apply to all types of organizations, including businesses, government institutions, and non-profit entities. Another feature of management is that it is a group activity. It's not about one person doing all the job, all the work. It's about collaboration. Managers need to bring together teams, make use of each individual's strength, and make sure that everyone is working towards the same goal. Management coordinates the effort of individuals working towards common objectives, promoting teamwork and collaboration. Say, for example, when we go hospital, we just don't see doctors. We see nurses and administrative staffs also. And they all work together to make our lives better. Learners, you may have heard that management is both a science and an art. But how? The science part comes from the use of data, analysis, and proven methods to make decisions. But the art is about how you apply the knowledge, the creativity in solving problems, and the way you lead and motivate people. So management is a science because it relies on established principles, but it is also an art requiring creativity, judgment, and interpersonal skills. At last, management is a people-centered activity. Whether you're managing processes, resources, or projects, it all comes down on how you manage and motivate people. A team that motivates and align is one that delivers results. The success of the management heavily depends on its ability to understand, motivate, and work effectively with people at all levels of the organization. So, as we continue our class, keep these points in mind. And through today's session, we have Hello everyone, welcome to today's lesson. We are going to discuss an important topic, the importance of management. Now, you might be thinking, why is management so crucial? Well, imagine trying to run a business, organize a team, or even manage a personal project without some form of structure or direction. It would be chaotic, right? That's where management comes in. Management is like the backbone of any successful organization. It guides the entire process, keeps things organized, and ensures everyone is working towards the same goal. By the end of the session, you'll be able to understand the importance of management. Let's start with a simple example. Imagine a small bakery. The owner, Pallavi, is great at baking. She can make the best cupcakes in town, and soon her bakery starts getting more customers. She has to hire staff, manage orders, buy ingredients, and ensure everything runs smoothly. But here's the thing, she can't do it all by herself. If Pallavi doesn't manage her bakery properly, things could go out of control. The staff could be disorganized, orders could get mixed up, and her bakery could lose its reputation. This is where good management becomes a game changer. Good management is the key to running her business efficiently, keeping customers happy, and growing her business. Now, think, why is management so important? Learners, first of all, management helps in achieving goals. Effective management makes sure that the organization goals, whether big or small, are achieved, just like Pallavi's bakery. Management helps align the team's efforts with the larger objectives, ensuring that each and every task moves towards our goal. Then good management also helps in efficient use of resources, people and money and time. Imagine, Pallavi had to hire more bakers, but she mismanages the budget and ends up spending too much. Without proper resource management, businesses can face financial stress. Management helps in problem solving too. Learners, problems are bound to arise, but a good manager can predict potential problems and find solutions before they rise. In Pallavi's case, if she faces a supply chain issue for ingredients, her ability to manage the situation will determine whether the bakery keeps running smoothly. Management also promotes innovation and growth. Learners, remember, effective management encourages creativity and innovation. For example, Pallavi would introduce new cupcake flavors or special offers to attract customers. Managers lead this creativity by providing the right environment and support. And lastly, management increases efficiency and productivity. With a well-organized management system, employees work more efficiently and tasks get completed quicker and with higher quality. When Pallavi's staff knows what's expected of them and how to achieve it, they can serve more customers, resulting in greater profits. So, from Pallavi's Bakery's case, the importance of management is clear. It ensures that resources are without management fast. Whether you're running a small startup or a multinational company, management is the key to success. Learners, in this session, we have discussed the importance of management. Happy learning. Hello everyone, welcome to today's lesson. Today, we are going to explore how management has evolved over time. The way we manage organizations today is a result of years of research, experimentation, and learning. Imagine you are running a small bakery. At first, you are managing everything by yourself, baking the bread, taking orders, cleaning the shop. As your business grows, you realize you need help. You hire employees, but now you have to manage them. You can't just do everything by yourself anymore. You need a plan, a system. This is where management theories come into play. They help you organize, plan, and lead your team more effectively. Talking about the development, let's look at it one by one. Development of management thoughts emerged with the beginning of classical management theory. Here we have scientific management, administrative management, and bureaucratic management.
Bureaucratic, administrative, scientific.
Then new classical theories came into picture. We talk about Elton Mayo and the Hawthorne stories, and Maslow's hierarchy of need, and Douglas McGraw's theory X and Y. And nowadays, we can see the applications of modern management theories, which include system theory, contingency theory, and total quality management, TQM. Learners, today we will start with classical management theories. Let's go back to the year 1913. Imagine you are working at a car factory and there's a big problem. It takes way too long to build a car and the cost is very high. This is where Henry Ford, the founder of Ford Motor Company, comes in with a brilliant idea, the assembly line. Instead of one person building an entire car, Ford decided that each worker would do just one simple task, like attaching a door or putting on the wheels. By dividing the work like this, Ford was able to make cars much faster and a lower cost. In fact, what used to take 12 hours to build a car now only took about 90 minutes. This is one of the earliest examples of classical management theory in action. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain the core ideas of scientific, administrative, and bureaucratic management. Identify key contributions of Taylor, Weir, and Weber's. Classical management theory includes theory of scientific management, administrative management, and bureaucratic management. So let's start with scientific management.
Thank you, Deputy.
Theory. Scientific management, developed by Frederick W. Taylor, focuses on improving workplace efficiency by analyzing tasks and optimizing work processes. It aims to increase productivity, reduce wastage, and standardize work methods. For that, he introduced 4 principles to improve performance and maximize output. They are science, not rule of thumb; harmony, not discord; cooperation, not individualism; and development of workers to their greatest efficiency and prosperity. Science, not rule of thumb. Learn us what it means. It means stop relying on guesswork or old habits to complete tasks. Instead, use scientific methods to find the best way to do things. Then, harmony, not discord. Learners, this aims at creating a positive work environment where managers and workers get along. Minimize conflicts by working together towards the shared goals. Then we have cooperation, not individualism. Here, workers and management should collaborate instead of working separately. Clear rules, communications, and teamwork lead to better results. And lastly, development of workers to their greatest efficiency and prosperity. What does it mean? It means that managers train workers, give them the right tools, and assign tasks that match their skills. This makes them more productive and helps them grow. Now, let's move to administrative management theory. Administrative management, developed by Henry Ford, focuses on the
Henry Ford. percent overall management. I understand how to enter organization should be structured and managed for maximum
Overall
impact.
management of an organization. Unlike scientific management, which looks at individual tasks, administrative management is about
Should be
how the
structured
entire
and
organization should be structured and managed for maximum efficiency and effectiveness. For the purpose, he identified 14 principles of management. Number one, division of work. Learners in purpose, he identified the organization should be structured and managed for
management.
maximum efficiency and effectiveness. For the purpose, he identified 14 principles of management. Unlike scientific management,
Organization should be organization should be structured and managed for maximum efficiency and effectiveness.
maximum efficiency and effectiveness. For the purpose, he identified 14 principles of management. Number one, division of work. Learners imagine in our restaurant, the chefs cooks, the servers take orders, and cleaners keep the place tidy. That's division of work. Everyone specializes in what they are best at, which increases efficiency and reduces mistakes. Then, authority and responsibility. Our restaurant manager has the responsibility to assign tasks, but it is also responsible for the restaurant's success or failure. Authority and responsibility go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. Then discipline. Learners, we all agree to follow the rules. No late arrivals, proper hygiene, and polite customer service. That's discipline. Without it, chaos takes over. The next principle is unity of command. Now imagine the chef gets order from both the manager and the owner. Confusing, right? Fiol says each employee should report to only one boss to avoid mixed signals, and that is unity of command. The next principle is unity of direction. Here, our goal is simple: run the business in town. All teams, kitchen, service, and marketing work under one plan to achieve their shared goals. That's unity of direction. And the next principle is about subordination of individual interests. Let's say one server wants to skip work during a busy night to attend a party. Fiol says the restaurant success comes first, and this is subordination of individual interest to general interest. Next principle is about remuneration. Learners, to keep everyone happy, we pay fair wages and bonuses for extra shifts. That's remuneration. Fair pay keeps employees motivated. Then we have centralization as the next principle. Our manager decides on the menu and prices. That's centralization. Important decisions are made on the top. But we also encourage staff to share ideas for improvement, striking a balance. Now let's talk about scalar chain as the next principle. Learners, communication flows from the owner to the manager and then to the staff. It's chain of command, and it is called scalar chain, which ensures clarity and accountability. Then we have order. Learners, we organize everything: utensils to the kitchen and shifts for staff. Proper order means everyone knows their place and role, keeping things efficient. Then we have equity. We treat all employees fairly, no favoritism. Equity builds trust and loyalty. Then we have the next principle, that is stability of tenure. Imagine if chefs or servers kept quitting, it would disrupt a restaurant, right? So fail says retaining employees ensure consistency and efficiency, and that's stability of tenure. Then we have initiative as our next principle. We encourage staff to suggest new ideas, like introducing a special dish or promoting our restaurants on social media. That's initiative, giving employees freedom to think and act. And then we have Esprit de Corps. Now, finally, we build team spirit by celebrating achievements like hitting monthly same targets. Learners, Esprit de Corps, a united team, is the key to success. And there you have it, Henry Fayol 14 principles explained through the lens of running a restaurant. These principles can be applied to any organization, big or small. Do you see how they make management easier and more effective? Let's move to the bureaucratic management theories. What is bureaucratic management? Max Weber, a German sociologist, developed the concept of bureaucratic management.
Next we have develop the concept.
He believed that organizations work best when they are structured in a very systematic and orderly way. Bureaucratic management highlights a formal approach where every employee has a specific role and follows clear procedures. It's all about efficiency, fairness, and consistency in how things are done. The main elements of this theory are clear hierarchy, structure, specialization of tasks, formal rules and regulations, and impersonality. First up is the hierarchical structure. Imagine a big company or even a government organization. At the top, you might have a CEO or president. Below them, you have vice presidents, departmental heads, managers, and then clerks or assistants at the bottom. Each level of this hierarchy has clear responsibilities and authority. The higher you go in the hierarchy, the more authority you have, and the authority comes with specific responsibilities. Next is specialization of tasks. Each person in the organization has a specific role based on their skills and knowledge. This means that employees are given clear, specialized tasks that they are expert in, allowing them to perform them efficiently and accurately. Learners, now let's talk about formal rules and regulations. In a bureaucratic system, everything is governed by strict rules. These rules cover everything from how to hire employees to how to handle complaints and even how to manage customer services. The last key element is impersonality. In bureaucratic system, decisions are made based on objective criteria and not personal relationships. This means employees are hired, promoted, or disciplined based on their skills, qualification, and performance rather than who they know. To sum it up, bureaucratic management is all about structure and fairness. It helps organizations run smoothly by having clear rules, well-defined hierarchy, and decisions based on objective facts. Argue that it can be administrative and bureaucratic management theories. And also we have recognized the contribution of Taylor, Peor, and Weber to management practices. Thank you. Have a look. Google introduced perks like flexible working hours, free meals, and an open office environment designed to adopt creativity and collaboration. Do you know what was the result? Learners Google quickly became one of the most desirable companies to work for and saw extraordinary growth in both productivity and employee satisfaction. Talking about the development, let's look at it one by one. Development of management thoughts emerged with the beginning of classical management theory. Here we have scientific management, administrative management, and bureaucratic management. Then new classical theories came into picture. We talk about Alton Mayo and the Hawthorne theories, and Maslow's hierarchy of need, and Douglas McGraw's theory X and Y. And nowadays, we can see the applications of modern management theories, which include system theory, contingency theory, and total quality management, TQM. By the end of this session, you will be able to understand the learners in the 1920s and the 1930s, Alton Mayo and his team conducted experiments at the Western Electric Hawthorne Works in Chicago. They tested how changes in lighting and working conditions affected productivity, but they discovered something more significant. It wasn't just the conditions and that mattered, it was the attention and recognition the workers received. And do you know what was the key findings? The Hawthorne effect. Workers increased productivity simply because they were being observed and paid attention to. This demonstrated the social and psychological factors like feeling valued and are key to motivation. Now, we'll talk about the importance of social needs. Mayo studies showed that employees need more than just money. Recognition, and a sense of belonging in the workplace. Then the group dynamics, the relationships workers have with the colleagues, our supervisors, greatly impact their performance. Positive connections foster collaboration and productivity. If I talk about real work, example of that social and psychological needs. Abraham Maslow proposed that
Abraham Maslow proposed that human needs are starting with most basic needs. What are known high levels Physiological needs, water, shelter, clothing, sleep, safety, health, employment, property, family, and social ability, self-esteem, confidence, achievement, morality, creativity, spontaneity, acceptance, experience, purpose, meaning, and inner potential.
Higher level needs. Let's see the breakdown now. It starts with your physiological needs, safety needs, social needs, esteem needs, and self-actualization.
Physiological needs, safety and security needs, love, belonging, self-esteem, self-actualization.
Physiological needs are the most basic needs for human survival: food, water, and shelter. In the workplace, this translates to having adequate wages, a comfortable environment, and basic resources to do your job. Now, moving to safety needs, once your physiological needs are met, the focus shifts to safety, feeling secure in one's environment. In the workplace, this could mean job security, safe working condition, and health benefits. Next, humans have a need for relationships, that is, friendship and a sense of belonging. In this workplace or the workplace, this means building strong relationships with co-workers, having a supportive team, and being part of a positive workplace culture. Then we have esteem needs. Learners' esteem needs involve respect, recognition, and the desire for self-esteem. In the workplace, employees need to feel valued for their contribution, receive recognition for their achievements, and have opportunities for personal growth. And then we have self-actualization. The highest level of Maslow's hierarchy is self-actualization learners. This is the desire to reach one's full potential and experience personal growth. At work, this means having opportunities for creativity, problem solving, and pursuing goals that lead to personal.
Safety and one physical needs are made of focus to safety. Humans have a need for relationship and sense of belonging. Esteem needs system environment, respect, recognition, desire for self-esteem, self-acknowledgement, the highest level of mass memory, self-realization, and desire to
Fulfillment and achievement. If we look at the practical application of this theory, then think of a company like Apple. Apple doesn't just pay its employees well and offer job security, refers to physiological and safety needs. They also foster a strong company culture and collaboration, means social needs. Encourage. And lastly, provide opportunities for personal and professional growth, refers to self-actualization. By addressing all the Maslow's level, Apple creates an environment where employees are motivated and engaged and take care of both personal satisfaction and organizational success. Now we are going to talk about Douglas McChord's theory X and Y, which focus on how managers view their employees. These theories can figure how leaders manage teams and motivate people. Douglas McChord, a management theorist, introduced two contrasting views on human nature, theory X and theory Y. The way a manager views their employees directly affects how they manage them and how the team performs. Let's see what theory X says. Theory X represents a pessimistic view of employees. It thinks that employees dislike work and are naturally lazy and avoid responsibility. Managers that workers need to be closely supervised, controlled, and often threatened with punishment to ensure they do their job. This leads to an authoritarian management style. There are certain assumptions that come with it. They are: employees dislike work and will avoid it if possible. Employees need constant supervision and direction, and they are motivated primarily by money and fear of punishment. For better understanding, let's say theory X in action could be a factory where the manager closely monitors every task, imposes strict rules, and gives little freedom to employees, assuming that they are lazy and need constant oversight. Whereas theory Y offers a more optimistic view. It suggests that employees are naturally motivated, enjoy their work, and seek responsibility. Managers who follow theory Y believe that given the right environment, employees will be self-directed, creative. And productive. This approach is more democratic and empowering. And this theory assumes that employees are motivated by more than just money. They want meaningful work and opportunity to grow. They are capable of self-direction and responsibility. They seek to contribute to organization success. An example of theory Y could be a tech company where employees are encouraged to work together, take initiative, and follow personal growth, with managers supporting them as mentors rather than controllers. Now, we can see that Medjur's theory X and Y highlight the importance of managers' perspective on employees. Theory X tend to a more controlling, top-down approach, where theory Y encourages empowerment and autonomy. So in this session, we have seen how human needs and behaviors affect organizational performance and employee motivation, and also we have understood Hello learners, welcome to the organization. I will be your course coordinator for this subject. The team struggles to keep track of stock. The IT team is is working overtime to keep the website from crashing. Learners, if these teams don't work together smoothly, you risk losing customers and damaging your reputation. This situation shows why modern management theories are essential, because they help us understand, manage, and improve complex systems effectively. So in this session, we'll talk about 3 key management theories. Number 1, system theory, which helps you to learn how to view your organization as interconnected system. Then contingency theory, which enables you to see how to adapt to different situations. And then total quality management, we refer it to as TQM, which aims at learning how to build a culture focused on quality and customer satisfaction. Learners, let's start with the system theory. System theory looks at
Instead, organization as a system of interconnected parts. Every department, team, or function works together like the gears of a machine. If one part fails, it impacts the entire organization.
organizations as a system of interconnected parts. Means every department, team, or function works together like the gears of a machine. If one part fails, it affects the entire organization. And in this theory, we have 3 main concepts. They are number 1, interdependence, which indicates departments depend on each other. Then we have open systems,
Independence open system.
which says organizations interact with the external factors like market trends, customer preferences, and regulations. And then we have feedback loop as continuous monitoring and adapting to improve performance. For better understanding, let's take an example. Now, learners, consider a school. We have teachers, administrators, and support staff, and they must coordinate. If teachers aren't supported with resources, student outcomes suffer, and this impacts school's reputation. By this example, we can understand that system theory helps managers think holistically and ensure all parts of the organization work in harmony. Now let's start discussing the next theory, and that is contingency theory. Contingency theory emphasizes that no single management style works for all situations. Managers must adjust their strategies to fit the organization's specific needs, size, and environment. The main focus of this theory is on flexibility and
Emphasis that no single management style works for all situations. Managers must adjust their strategy with the organization's specific needs, size, and environment. The main focus of this theory is flexible and situational related.
situational leadership. Say, flexibility says adapt your management style based on circumstances. And by situational leadership means different situations require different approaches. Say, for example, during a crisis, a factory manager might adopt top-down directive style to ensure quick decisions. In contrast, during a brainstorming session for a new product, the same manager might do the participative approach to encourage creativity. Learners, NASA's Apollo 13 mission is a famous example of this theory. When an oxygen tank exploded in space, the mission team had to adapt their strategies quickly, using contingency thinking to bring the astronauts back safely. So why contingency theory matters? Learners, contingency theory ensures managers can handle diverse challenges effectively by being flexible. Slide 5. Now, moving on with total quality management, TQM. So TQM focuses on continuous improvement and customer satisfaction. It's about creating a culture where every employee works towards improving quality at every level of the organization. This theory focuses on customer focus, employee involvement, and continuous improvement. By taking care of consumer focus, you can meet or exceed customer
Continuous improvement and customer satisfaction. Continuous improvement and customer satisfaction. It is about creating a culture where every employee works toward improving quality at every level of organization. Employee works toward improve quality. This theory focuses on the customer focus, employee involvement, and continuous environment. Continuous improvement.
expectations. By looking at employee involvement, you can empower employees to contribute ideas and improvements. And by continuous improvement, you never settle. You always and always strive to do better. Say, for example, Toyota used TQM principles in its production process. Every employee can stop the production line if they notice a quality issue, ensuring problems are fixed immediately. Amazon is another great example. System theory makes you understand how all parts of an organization are connected and interdependent. Contingency theory makes you learn to adapt management approaches to fit specific.
This theory makes you learn to adapt management approaches to fit specific situations. Means it makes or create management approaches to fit specific situations.
And TQM focus on quality and involve everyone in continuous improvement. Now, think back of online retail example at the beginning that I've given you. In that
Quality and involve
example, with system theory, you would ensure departments communicate and work together seamlessly. With contingency theory, you would adapt your approach to handle the holiday rush. And with TQM, you would try to improve customer service and ensure on-time deliveries. So So learners, in this session we have discussed system theory, contingency theory and total quality management theory. I hope you enjoyed and happy learning. Hello learners, welcome to the organizational behavior class. I am Urvashi Thapa from the School of Management and Commerce, Manipal University, Jaipur. Beyond making a profit, or do you think businesses should be responsible for the environment, their
What
employees,
does
and
it
the communities they
mean to
serve,
be
or why not? Can a business
associated?
succeed?
Do you think business should be responsible for the environment? Can a business succeed without being socially responsible, or does being socially responsible actually
Without being socially responsible, or does being socially responsible actually help in long-term success? These are important questions. So let us, what is social responsibility? So
duty of business to make decisions that are only benefit its stakeholder but also
social
society as a
responsibility
whole.
refers to the duty of a business to make decisions that are not only benefit its stakeholders but also society as a whole. This means doing the right thing by addressing social, environmental, and ethical issues. A business is expected to contribute positively to the community, practice sustainability, and treat everyone fairly. To understand this better, let's look at a popular framework called Carroll's CSR pyramid. This pyramid identifies 4 levels of corporate social responsibility, starting from the most basic to the more advanced responsibilities. Number 1, economic responsibility, then we have legal responsibility, then we have ethical responsibility, and lastly, we have philanthropic responsibility. We have ethical responsibility, and lastly, we have philanthropic responsibility.
Careless Caesar pyramid. Careless CSR pyramid. Economic, legal, ethical, philanthropic. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, let's considering economic responsibility. The foundation of any business is to
It focuses on the business related to the profitable by producing valuable goods and services, ensuring fair employee compensation, and delivering responsible returns to
be
investors.
profitable. This is the primary responsibility of a company to produce goods and services that are valuable to society, while also ensuring that employees are paid fairly and investors receive a reasonable return. Then we have our second level. After meeting economic expectations, businesses must comply with the law. This means following regulations related to the industry standards, workplace safety, environmental laws, and consumer protection. Legal responsibility ensures that businesses operate fairly and transparently. Talking about ethical responsibility at third level, this level goes beyond legal obligations. Ethical responsibility means doing what is right even when the law does not require it. Businesses should treat employees and customers fairly, ensure transparency, and act with integrity in all business dealings. Philanthropic responsibility at top level. The highest level of social responsibility is philanthropic responsibility, where businesses go beyond making profit and legal compliances to actively improve society. This could include charity donations, supporting social causes, or contributing to educational initiatives. Moving on to the next question. How do evaluate include charity donations, supporting social causes, or business dealings? Philanthropic responsibility at top level, transparently. Talking about ethical responsibility at third level, this level goes beyond legal obligations. Ethical responsibility means doing what is right even when the law does not require it. Businesses should treat employees and customers fairly, ensure transparency, and operate fairly and transparently. Talking about ethical responsibility at third level, this level goes beyond legal obligations. Economic expectations, dealings, philanthropic. Next question. How to evaluate a company's sustainability and ethical practices? Well, learners, the answer is ESG. ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance. It's a framework used to evaluate a company's sustainability and ethical practices. Today, ESG is increasingly important, especially for investors, as they look at not just financial returns, but how a company performs in these 3 key areas. Number 1, environmental. How a company impacts the environment and addresses issues like climate change, resource use, waste management, and carbon footprints. Do you know that Tesla is leading the way in promoting sustainable energy solutions? By focusing on electric cars and renewable energy, Tesla is making a positive environmental impact and reducing the reliance on fossil fuels. Then we have social. So it says that how a company interacts with its customers, employees, communities, and other key stakeholders. The key issue include diversity, inclusion, employee welfare, and ethical sourcing practices. Learners, Starbucks is known for its commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion in the workplace. They also focus on ethical sourcing of coffee, ensuring fair wages for farmers, and supporting community development programs. Then we have governance. So it says that how a company is governed, including the transparency, leadership practices, and how it manages risks and opportunities related to compliance and ethics. Learners, do you know that Johnson & Johnson displays strong governance by being transparent about its operations and maintaining strict ethical standards? Their commitment to good governance has helped them maintain a positive reputation despite challenges. Learners, in today's rapidly evolving world, businesses are expected to be responsible corporate citizens. Social responsibility is not only about doing the right thing, but also ensuring long-term business successes. So now let's discuss the importance of social responsibility in modern business. The first importance is that it enhances brand reputation. A business that engages in social responsibility reputation. Consumers are increasing responsibility, they are more likely to become loyal customers, translating into repeat business and a strong customer base. The next importance is attracting and retaining talent. A company that demonstrates a commitment to social responsibility is more likely to attract top talent. Many employees today, especially the younger generations, are motivated by employees beyond salary and want to work for companies that make a positive difference in the world. The next importance is the long-term profitability. Learners, though embracing social responsibility may require upfront investment, it often results in long-term profitability. Companies that focus on sustainability can reduce costs, improve efficiency, and avoid regulatory fines. Mitigating risk. So, ignoring social responsibility can lead to reputation damage, legal challenges, and consumer boycotts. Companies that follow ethical and sustainable practices are better equipped to avoid these risks. So, learners, from the discussion, we can come to the conclusion that social responsibility is an essential and evolving aspect of modern business. Going
Evolving aspect of modern business, going beyond profit making to benefit society and
beyond profit making to benefit society, the environment, and stakeholders. By combining social responsibility, companies
By combining social responsibilities, companies not only improve their brand reputation and customer loyalty, but also they provide
not only improve their brand reputation
positivity to societal
and
well-being.
customer loyalty, but also aid positively to society's well-being. Travel CSR grounded focuses on the
Different layers of responsibilities. Business must consider from economic and legal obligation to ethical philanthropic commitments. Must consider from economic legal obligation to ethical and
layers of responsibility. Businesses must consider from economic and legal obligations to ethical and philanthropic commitments. Learners in today's business world, businesses that support social responsibility, guided by frameworks like ESG, are better positioned for long-term success, growth, and a positive impact on both their industry and the world. So, learners, at the end of the session, you have now understood social responsibility, Carol CSR pyramid, and its impact on business success. I hope you enjoyed and have a lovely. Class. I am Urvashi Thapa. For distance and online education, Manipal University, Jaipur, and I will be your course coordinator. Jobs, while others struggles, what do successful managers do different? Learners is all about having the right skills. Today, we are going to talk about 3 important skills that every manager needs: technical skills, human skills, and conceptual skills. These
technically technical, human, and conceptual.
skills help managers do their job well, lead their teams, and make good decisions. But first, what are managerial skills? Learners, managerial skills are the abilities that managers need to lead their teams effectively and reach the organization goals. These skills help them perform their roles and handle challenges like employee motivation, productivity, and meeting targets. There are 3 aspects of skills that every manager needs: technical skills, human skills, and conceptual skills. Technical skills refer to the specific knowledge and expertise required to perform specialized tasks, and these skills are essential for understanding how the work should be done, especially in industries where there is a lot of hands-on or technical work. Say, for example, think about a factory manager. To keep the production line running smoothly, the manager needs to understand the machines, how they work, and how to fix problems. If the manager doesn't have this knowledge, it will be difficult for them to solve issues or improve efficiency. Learners, human skills or interpersonal skills are the abilities that help managers work well with people. Managers must interact with employees, customers, and suppliers, and others. These skills include communication, empathy, motivation, and conflict resolution. A manager with strong human skills can build good relationships, resolve problems, and create a positive working environment. Take, for example, consider a restaurant manager. If a customer has a complaint, the manager's ability to listen and understand the problem will help resolve the issue smoothly. At the same time, the manager must motivate the staff, making sure they feel valued and perform well, ensuring smooth customer service. So, conceptual skills refer to a manager's ability to think about the organization as a whole. These skills involve understanding the larger picture, making strategic decisions, and predicting the effects of decisions on various parts of the company. High-level managers, like CEOs, rely heavily on conceptual skills to guide companies' overall directions. So, for example, learners, let's take the CEO of a company. If they're planning to expand into new countries, they need to understand not only the market, but also how this decision will impact other parts of the businesses. These long-term, big-picture thinking skills help managers make decisions that keep the company competitive and successful. Now we'll talk about the skills at different levels of management, means the right skills for the right role. Let's talk about the top management. At the top management level, conceptual skills are king. These managers need to understand the global landscape, spot trends, and make decisions that will shape the company for years to come. While human skills are still important for motivating teams, and technical skills make backseat at this level. And looking at the middle level management, for middle managers, such as departmental heads, a blend of technical, human, and conceptual skills is necessary. These managers translate the big ideas from the top into action plans for the teams. They need to understand both the technical details of the department and how to motivate their team to meet larger organization goals. Learners at the lower management level, think supervisors or a team leader, technical skills are the most important. These managers are on the ground helping the teams complete specific tasks, while human skills remain important for managing the team and conceptual skills are less of a focus here. In short, every manager needs to have technical skills to understand the work, human skills to work with people, and conceptual skills to think about the big picture. By using these skills in the right way, managers can lead their team to success. So if you're planning to become a manager, start thinking about which skills you are strongest in and which one you can improve. Learners, at the end of the session, you have now understood.
E-content. Good. Universal practice shaping how organization functions and philosophy in dynamic and competitive environment as both sides and the process of planning, organizing, directing and controlling. Then controlling resources to achieve specific objectives effectively and efficiently within an organization. The various political effectively desire part of knowing exactly hand the fuel, load management, the forecast planning, commanding, controlling, picture different, doing the right things and emphasize the efficiency of effectiveness. As process planning, organizing, leading, controlling, such as people, finances, and materials to the organization, always setting objectives, coordinating tasks, and recompense. As a process, it was a series of interrelated functions such as planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling from continuously cycle to achieve objectives, goal-oriented activity. The primary purpose is to achieve organization goals with a dynamic and adaptive, every changing movement requiring is to adapt their approaches based on internal and external factors, universal application, apply types of organization, all types of group activity and coordinate effects, both science and organization, basically integrative function such as binding force, integrating different organization activities such as marketing, finance, production to ensure harmony and efficiency. People-centered activity, the success management heavily depends its ability to understand, motivate, and work efficiently with people and levels of organization. Achieving organization goals different to achieve through the coordinated efforts, optimizing the resources. One of the key to ensure that the organization resources or manufactured material used efficiently. This means avoiding waste or repetition. That they'll have the greatest impact and importance. characteristics each goal oriented activity driven dynamic universal application. Group activity both science art integrity function people centered activity activity achieving organization goals importance importance achieving organization goals optimum demonstration enhancing productivity and efficiency productivity and efficiency crucial role of production period faster innovation innovation ability to know often closely linked with practice managers create an environment where new audience can perceive models systems creating a positive work environment. Building a sustainable competitive advantage. Contributing to economic development. Classical management theory, scientific new classical theories. Alton Mayo and the Hawthorne studies marginalization needs visual modern management theories. System theory contingency total quality. Contingency theory. values most influential approach to improving efficiency through a systematic approach. Frederick Taylor, in the late 19th century, scientific science noted scientific. Okay, guys, bye bye. Take care. Good night.